is, you can't get peace of mind by achieving material goals. Just like a fish will never be happy out of water, even if it's placed on a golden plate. Earlier in our talk today, we explained the spiritual nature of the living entity. And unless one engages in spiritual activities, he cannot find real happiness. Therefore, the Lord and the sages and the scriptures have recommended chanting the holy names of the Lord. This is common in all the bonafide texts of the world. The Bible also says, thou shalt always chant the names of the Lord. Every bonafide scripture talks about the process of glorifying the Lord by chanting His holy name. We chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra because this is described as a supreme chant for deliverance. Just like it's natural for a child to cry for the mother or father, this is a very natural cry for the Supreme Father and Mother. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the incarnation of Godhead, who appeared on the planet 500 years ago, he simplified the process of self-realization. He gave us a very simple path. Chant the holy names, read the Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavatam, associate with spiritually minded people, and by following this simple process, staying where you are, you can purify yourselves and move towards perfection. We can see that there's danger at every step. It's not that because you're living in America, you can avoid old age, disease, death, can you? I was talking to doctors, I did a program with doctors in Washington on Saturday. So after the third lecture when we were talking, they were saying there's a tremendous shortage of doctors now. And they're projecting that in another 20 years, there's going to be a huge shortage of doctors. So I said, aren't people getting, I know why the reason is anyway. So what's the reason? People are getting more disease than ever before. People may live a little longer, but even if they live longer, they're living a far more diseased life than ever before. So the point is, you may have the best of technology, but that can't stop old age, disease, and ultimately death. So if we want peace of mind, if we want real happiness, you can have false happiness, you can have real happiness. If you have real happiness, you'll be content in every situation. And if you hanker for material happiness, you may get some happiness, but it's going to be short-lived. So we should take to the path that is advocated in the scriptures. This chanting of names can be done by anyone. The Lord has given us a tongue in 2 years. We can use it to glorify the Lord. And today we see thousands of people all over the world have taken to this process. Why? Because it is satisfying. So Krishna's ultimate instruction in the Bhagavad Gita is, give up all varieties of religiousness, discern to me, and I will protect you. So we need to surrender to someone. There's no question that I'm not going to surrender to anyone. If you don't surrender to anyone, you ultimately have to surrender to the mature mind and the laws of nature. So our humble request is, all of you are assembled here, are here because you have some degree of faith in the Vedic text. So please take advantage of this instruction. As we said earlier, the Supreme Lord is the Eternal Father of the living entities. The Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Lord for the benefit of suffering humanity. And the Bhagavad Gita contains words of wisdom, and if we take advantage of these words of wisdom, your confusion will go, your ignorance will be destroyed, just like sunlight destroys darkness. Spiritual knowledge destroys our illusion. And this chanting of the holy name is a guaranteed path of happiness. So please try this process and experience the result. Hare Krishna. We wanted to leave now. We didn't want to give a very long talk. We thought some of you may have questions and comments.
His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki.
I'm inviting questions. Some may agree with what we said, some may not agree.
We would like you all to take advantage of his association and ask questions. Maharaj is here. He's come all the way from Moscow and Washington. So please ask him all your questions, especially those who are...
Of course, you are very fortunate you have good association and guidance from Gita Govinda and his wife Gita Dasi. They're both very dedicated teachers of the Bhagavad Gita. But yes.
If Krishna consciousness is so natural to us, why doesn't it come naturally to us? Why do we have a choice then?
Krishna consciousness is natural just in the sense that within wood there is the propensity to catch fire. So when you light matches to a wood, it catches fire. So Krishna consciousness is lying dormant within everyone's heart. But it is covered. It is covered by the influence of the illusory energy. And the illusory energy makes us believe if you do this, everything but surrendering to God, you'll be happy. It's illusion. The illusory energy makes us believe you're going to live till 80, 90 years, no worries. Everything's going to be positive, etc. But in reality, what do you see? That even though the illusory energy makes us believe everything's going to be good, in reality you see the opposite. So the illusory energy, which is known as Maya, makes us accept false to be real, real to be false. For example, there is soul in everyone's body. And that is even admitted today by these scientists. There was a big scientist in Canada. He saw people die for 32 years. And then he wrote an article saying, there's something in the body. When that something leaves the body is pronounced dead. So ultimately he admitted it could be the soul. So illusory energy doesn't make us understand, isn't it, the nature of the soul. We get bewildered. So therefore, you need spiritual education, association to the scriptures and sadhu to wake us up to the reality. Just like Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the founder of ISKCON, he came to America in 1966 at the age of 66. He took this message of Bhagavad Gita to every corner of the globe. And people took to it. Why? Because this was practically, they could see, this has made a change in their lives. So, Maya covers the reality. And in spiritual association, you remove the guilt. And because it is natural, therefore, when you're reminded about that relationship with God, the fortunate souls get inspired. Just like sometimes you're separated from your relatives, and then when you come in contact, you remind, oh, he's your father, he got separated from 20, 30 years ago. There's a natural attraction. Just like here in this assembly, we have devotees from, of course, Canada, Ukraine, Russia, so on. And these people were not born in Krishna consciousness. But they took to Krishna consciousness. Why? Because they found the process very rewarding. Good question. More questions? Yes,
in analytical mind, the person who has got an analytical mind resists faith towards Krishna consciousness of God. So how to convince that mind?
We think our mind is analytical. I would like to think I'm very intelligent. I would like to think I'm very educated. I would like to think I'm a step ahead of the neighbors. But we are actually foolish. Don't mind. What are we analyzing? Any intelligent man can see, with all the conveniences and comforts of the world, I can't stop disease. Isn't it? I know so many millionaires have died in coma. With all